Welcome to the enchanting world of Goldie, a young unicorn with a heart full of dreams and a mane that sparkles like sunshine. In this magical tale, you'll join Goldie on an unforgettable adventure as he learns that true happiness isn't about having wings to fly, but about discovering the unique magic within yourself. Get ready for a story filled with wonder, friendship, and valuable life lessons that will warm your heart and inspire your imagination. Let's begin our journey with Goldie the unicorn. Once upon a time, in a magical land where rainbows touched the ground and stars danced in the daytime sky, there lived a young unicorn named Goldie. He had a flowing golden mane that sparkled like sunshine, dazzling purple eyes that twinkled like the brightest stars, and a magnificent golden horn that curved gracefully from his forehead. Goldie was a curious and adventurous unicorn, always eager to explore the wonders of his enchanting world. Every day he would gallop through the meadows, his mane shimmering in the sunlight, and dream of the many adventures that awaited him. Goldie lived in a beautiful meadow with other unicorns and pegasuses. Every day, Goldie and his friends would gather to play games. They'd race across Rainbow River, hide in the whispering woods, and have acrobatic contests in the open fields. But no matter what game they played, the pegasuses, with their beautiful wings, always seemed to win. They could fly over the river while Goldie had to swim. They could hide in the highest tree branches while Goldie stayed on the ground. Goldie admired their graceful flights and felt a bit of envy. He wished that he too could soar through the skies. If only I could fly, Goldie would sigh to himself, watching his Pegasus friends soar through the fluffy clouds. Then I'd be truly free and happy. He'd stare at his reflection in the crystal lake, wishing his golden horn would turn into wings. Goldie imagined himself flying high above the meadow, feeling the wind in his mane and the sun on his back. The thought of it filled him with a deep longing. He spent many hours daydreaming by the lake, his heart filled with the desire to experience the world from above. One bright morning, Goldie decided he'd had enough. "I'm going to find a way to fly," he announced to his best friend, a kind unicorn named Lila. Lila tilted her head, her silvery mane catching the light. "But Goldie, unicorns can't fly. That's what makes Pegasuses special." "Then I'll become special too," Goldie insisted. "I'll find a way. You'll see." Lila looked at Goldie with a mix of concern and admiration. She knew how determined her friend was, and hoped he would find happiness in his quest. Goldie set off with a newfound resolve, ready to make his dream come true. And so, Goldie set off on a quest across the magical land. He trotted through fields of rainbow flowers and crossed babbling brooks of liquid starlight. His purple eyes were wide with determination as he searched for a way to grow wings. Along the way, he encountered many creatures who offered him advice and encouragement. Goldie's heart was filled with hope as he journeyed further from home. He felt a sense of adventure and excitement, believing that somewhere in the magical land he would find the key to his dreams. First, Goldie climbed the highest mountain in the land, Mount Evershine. Its peak stretched so high it disappeared into the clouds. "Maybe if I jump from here I'll learn to fly," Goldie thought. But when he reached the top and looked down, his golden legs trembled, and he knew he couldn't do it. The height was dizzying, and fear gripped his heart. Goldie realized that he needed a different approach. He took a deep breath and decided to seek out wisdom and guidance from those who might know more about magic and flight. Next, Goldie visited the wise owl in the enchanted forest. The owl's tree was covered in glowing mushrooms and surrounded by fireflies that spelled out riddles in the air. "Oh, wise owl," Goldie called, "do you know a spell that can make me fly?" The owl blinked its big eyes slowly and hooted softly. "True magic comes from within, young Goldie. Look not outside, but inside." Goldie was puzzled by the owl's words. He thanked the wise owl and left the forest, feeling a mixture of hope and confusion. He wondered how he could find the magic within himself. Confused and a little frustrated, Goldie wandered to the edge of the crystal lake. The water was so clear he could see right to the bottom, where colorful fish were playing hide-and-seek among the sparkling gems. As he gazed at his reflection in the still water, a tear rolled down his cheek. "Why can't I be like the pegasuses?" he whispered. Goldie felt a deep sadness in his heart, believing that he would never achieve his dream. He stared at his reflection, hoping to find an answer in the ripples of the lake. Just then, Goldie heard a cry for help. A little rabbit was crying, its paw caught in a thorny bush that had sprung up overnight. Without thinking, Goldie rushed over to help. His heart filled with compassion, and he knew he had to act quickly. Carefully, he used his golden horn to part the branches and free the rabbit's paw. Then he dipped his horn in the lake and let the cool water drip onto the rabbit's scratch. To his amazement, the scratch vanished instantly. The rabbit looked up at Goldie with gratitude and wonder. "Thank you, Goldie," the rabbit exclaimed, hopping with joy. The rabbit and the other animals that were nearby cheered for Goldie. Goldie smiled, feeling a warmth spread through his chest. He realized that his golden horn had a special healing power that he had never fully appreciated before. He hadn't flown or used any special Pegasus power, but he'd made a difference. For the first time in a long while, he felt happy. Goldie realized that his ability to help others was a gift in itself. He felt a sense of fulfillment and purpose that he had never experienced before. The joy and gratitude of the animals filled his heart with happiness. Over the next few days, Goldie started noticing things he'd never paid attention to before. His sturdy legs could carry him tirelessly across the land, helping others along the way. His golden horn could light up the darkest caves, guiding lost creatures home. Goldie felt a growing sense of pride and contentment. He realized that his unique abilities were valuable and that he could make a positive impact on the lives of others. Each day brought new opportunities to use his gifts, and Goldie embraced them with enthusiasm. Goldie realized his gentle nature made him a friend to all. The shy forest sprites would come out to play when he visited. The grumpy old troll under the giggling bridge would smile when Goldie stopped by for a chat. Goldie enjoyed these moments of connection and friendship. He saw the joy and comfort he brought to others and felt a deep sense of satisfaction. His days were filled with laughter, kindness, and meaningful interactions. Goldie began to understand that his true magic lay in his ability to touch the hearts of those around him. One evening, Goldie's Pegasus friend Windy flew down beside him. "You know, Goldie," Windy said, "I've always been a bit jealous of you." Goldie's purple eyes widened in surprise. "Jealous? Of me? But you can fly?" Windy nodded. "Yes, but you can do so many things I can't. Your horn can do magic I can only dream of, and everyone trusts you because you're so kind and helpful." Goldie had never thought of it that way before. He realized that all this time, he'd been so focused on what he couldn't do that he'd forgotten to appreciate all the wonderful things he could do. From that day on, Goldie saw the world differently. He still played games with his Pegasus friends, but now he enjoyed them for the fun of playing, not for winning or losing. Goldie learned that true freedom and happiness didn't come from being able to fly. It came from being himself, using his gifts to help others, and appreciating the magic all around him. He realized that he didn't need wings to soar, as his heart was already flying high with happiness. Goldie embraced each day with enthusiasm, knowing that his unique gifts brought light and joy to those around him. And so, Goldie the unicorn lived happily ever after, and continued to touch the lives of those around him with his kindness and magic. Goldie understood that his journey had led him to a greater understanding of himself and his true purpose. He knew that his journey had taught him the most important lesson of all, that true freedom and happiness come from embracing who you are and sharing your gifts with the world. He felt a deep sense of peace and contentment, knowing that he was exactly where he was meant to be. Goldie's spirit soared as he lived each day to the fullest,